And with that, we'll get going. So our first warm-up activity is just going to be a little bit of marching in place. So by marching in place, I just mean raise one leg, raise the other leg. If you want to add arms, you're going to add arms. A good way to just get going. Super, super safe, hopefully. And then another thing you can do if you want to up the intensity a little bit of your marching is pause at the top, squeeze up a little bit higher, see how high you can get your knees. And then if you're adding arms, see if you can exaggerate arms as well. Lean into the jazzercise-ness of this feeling. We won't be here too long. You won't have to suffer too badly. Beautiful. And now we're going to take our legs and just kick back. So without arching my back extra, keeping my spine nice and neutral, long and tall, I'm just trying to kick back with one heel and then alternate to the other side, kick back with the other foot. See if I can be a good example here. Kick back. And hopefully I'm being a really good example and my spine isn't moving too much. My back isn't arching too much, which can be difficult. It can be difficult to do it. It can be difficult to feel what's going on there, especially if you're not used to it. Nice. All right, we're going to move up our body and do some arm circles to help us get warm. So I'm starting off with nice little circles here. And while I'm putting those circles on autopilot, I'm going to think about the rest of my posture. So to do that, I think about symmetry. I think about the shoulders, not going sort of cattywampus. They're symmetrical. They're about the same height. My ears are stacked over my shoulders, so I'm not pitching forward here. My spine is nice and long and tall, so somebody has one of my hairs, they're helping pull me up a little bit taller, lifting me out of my pelvis, right? That's how tall we're getting as we're thinking about the spine all the way down to the tailbone. Now, if at any point these arm circles start to feel a little bit brutal, painful, burny, you could always take a mini break and come back to it, right? You get to be the judge of how you're going to tailor this to your body. Let's reverse direction of the circles. If you're getting bored, you could do other geometric shapes, right? You could do squares. You could be making pentagons. The world's your oyster. Beautiful. And so now my shoulders are starting to get a little burny churny. I'm going to take a little mini break and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some bigger circles. Why bigger circles? Because I'm going to get a few more angles. And if I'm making these the biggest circles they can be, and I'm opening my arms up as much as I can, I'm getting a little bit of a chest stretch here. So moving into stretching. This is a really active stretch because I'm using my own muscles to help me stretch. Now, one thing to consider while you're doing these little arm circles is keeping the circle centered on your shoulder. So going behind the shoulder just as much as you're going in front of the circle. In front, behind as much as in front here. Let's put it that way. And it wouldn't be a stop, drop, and move if I didn't trip on my words at least once. So now bring your arms down by your sides. Give that a really nice shake out here. Let that burny feeling go away. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do just a really glorious, enormous circle with one arm where I'm reaching across my body, all the way up, reaching up just as tall as I can, including maybe I want to tip over slightly, reaching back. And if I would like to, I'm going to rotate so you can see. If I would like to, I can reach back so far that I'm getting a little twist through my spine. Now this is just a little gentle twist here, but I'm really reaching back. And then I'm going to really reach down so far that I'm reaching down my leg. So huge, 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 huge circles. So I, because I'm talking, have been circling at a snail's pace. And I've gotten in about 5 here, and we're going to aim for roughly the same number. So you might need to aim for 7 if you were circling faster than me. We just want to keep things relatively even. Big, big, big circle, reaching across the body, up and back, allowing as much or as little motion here as you can. So if I need to keep this focused just on the shoulder joint, that's okay. If I could do a little twisting, amazing. And if I can do a giant twist actively here, that's awesome too. So choose your own adventure. And whenever you're done, go ahead and just take a breath, check in with your body, see if you're noticing anything grumpy that you might want to watch out for later on in our journey. So we're going to shift now to a little more stretching, and we're going to start off with cat-cow, and we're going to just steal that over from yoga. Now, there are a bunch of different ways that you can do cat-cow type motions here, arching and rounding. I'm going to have my hands on this stool right here. You could use your knees, you could use a desk, whatever surface you have available. You could also just imagine you have something, arch and then round. So, hands on my flat surface, and I'm arching my back here just as much as I can, but I'm thinking about where I'm arching my back. So instead of just letting my lower spine take the whole brunt of the arch, I'm going to try and smooth that out through the rest of my spine, letting it creep up into my middle back, maybe even my upper back just a little bit. Pushing the back of my head back in space. And then when it's time to round, I'm going to not just round my upper back, although I am a master sloucher and could really wow you all with that. I'm going to think about rounding my lower spine a little bit, tucking my chin, because my lower spine has an arch in it all day long, right? And so that rounding is a nice counter stretch to give your body a break. You're going to move back and forth now at your own pace. So you can really take a few breaths in each position to settle in deeply, or you can alternate with your breath. Sometimes people will inhale, arch, and exhale, round. I'm of the opinion that there's not one right way to do this. Different things are wonderful on different days and for different purposes. Each time you go back and forth, try to see if you can go a little bit deeper into the position. So as I'm arching, seeing if I can draw my chest through between my two hands, between my two arms here. And every time I round, see if I'm able to get a nice little dose of relief. Maybe a little bit more range of motion. Excellent. Now, whenever you're ready, we're going to just add a twist to this, which means that I'm going to stay in this position because the support can be nice, and then I'm going to reach up towards the ceiling. Now, if you're doing this, just use your own knees. It'll look like this. And you don't have to camp out here forever, right? You could go down, do the other side. Sort of like, oh, the sun's rising and setting. And now it's rising on the other side and setting, right? Or you can really camp out here for a while. See if you can reach up towards the stars a little more and a little more. Trying to really settle in with every breath. So inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Can also be a nice way to do this. Beautiful. Now, another thing that we can do in this same position, and I do like this position because it allows us to have gravity pull on us in a different way, is you can do a little bit of side bending. Now, if you don't have a desk, a chair, something to put your hands on, you could also use a wall for this, or you can use your own strength. I'm going to use this table just because it's less likely to slip out from under me than my stool is. But all I'm going to do is just take a really nice side bend here with the safety of some support. If I didn't have support, my feet would be a little wider apart and I'd reach up and over. Now we want long, tall spine still. So I'm not collapsing into this side and reaching over. Maybe you can see the difference. Collapsing, reaching up and over. Both ways I'm getting a really nice side bend, but it's safer for my spine this way. It does take a lot more strength if you don't have an object to support yourself with. So definitely choose wisely and go in and out at appropriate intervals for you. So if you feel like you're getting really tired, come on out, go back in. Now, another thing to notice is you may notice if you have one arm reaching over, that shoulder is going to tip forward. We don't want that. We want to keep everything between two imaginary panes of glass, one in front, one behind, because that helps us get a side bend. Now we're going to go to the other side. So whatever you did on the first side, aim for that on the second. Lots of us, our weaker side is our second side, right? Whatever we are more comfortable with, more safe with, we do them first. And then the second side, we go, oh, do I really have to do that? So really consider your needs, be compassionate towards your body. If it's not able to do something, that's okay. Just needs a little more love. So again, thinking about the two panes of glass, long, tall posture, but bending over an object, imaginary gigantic yoga ball here, truck here, anything, dinosaur we could be petting here. Thinking about the top shoulder, not collapsing forward, but staying back. And then also thinking about how enjoyable is this stretch? Would it be more enjoyable if I went into it a little bit further? If I backed out slightly? If I tweaked it just a little bit? Does that help it feel like that good, big old morning stretch kind of feeling? Because good stretch feelings are indicative of being kind and generous and helpful to our body. Now, we have 1 minute left, and this is the moment where I'm going to encourage you to do something for your body. I'm going to be doing something for my neck, but you choose your own adventure. If you want to watch me and follow along, that's fine too. Sometimes I like to give my neck a little extra love, just because it has to hold our bowling ball heads up all day. And it's a tiny little neck. It doesn't deserve that list of job duties that it's been given. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, come on out of your stretch. Take a deep breath with me. We're going to inhale, arms right up overhead, and exhale them down. And now you go forth and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, everyone.